This is Iustinian, and this is my testimonial on magnetic memory method of Anthony Metivier. So my story begins 1 year ago when I was doing some research on myself on memory techniques, because I was finding myself in front of a great challenge because I was a first-year student in pharmacy, and I had a lot of tons of information to recall and to memorize, and I really needed something very powerful. So I was kind of frustrated because everything that I could find on the internet was all this memory tips and tricks and I don't know, all these different systems and different techniques. But once I found myself in one of Anthony's tutorials, what made me click was the fact that everything that Anthony had to say about his approach was revolving around this concept of a method. So this is what I was looking for, because when you're in front of a great project, no matter what your goals may be, maybe you're on your way to become a great memory champion, or you're on your way to expand your academic knowledge, or maybe you're trying to learn a new language or an exotic language for your cultural background. Whatever your goal may be, what you need when you're approaching a project that is of this magnitude, you need something robust. You need something to build a good foundation on. So I went for the course, and only after 2 weeks I was able to to go to a lecture. It was a mycology lecture. It has to do with fungi, mushrooms, and I was able to make a memory palace on the spot, and just station by station, I was in a circular manner. I was putting all the information that the professor had to give to us, and after a 2 hours lecture, I had all the course put in this nice memory palace that was on the laboratory that I knew very well. And at the end of this lecture, I was able to go to one of my colleagues and just to recall everything in every direction with great precision, whether it was forward or backward or leaping. All the information was in here, and it is in here in my mind palace for ever since. So that really amazed me and amazed everyone around me, my friends and my colleagues, because I was able to compact such a dense amount of information. Because in a course like this, in a lecture like this, you have all this Latin names for the species of different mushrooms and plants, whatever the case may be, and also you have all this scientific information and the chemistry behind it. And when you stack all this together, you just get to the point where you have a very dense amount of information, very very challenging to put inside your memory. So these are the two main conclusions that I draw at that point: that this is very robust, this is very very powerful, and at the same time you have a method, something that works very well when you're on a long-term project which involves a great amount and a great deal of information. And the third thing that drew my attention was the fact that Anthony is not going to give you a set of tutorials and a set of videos that are going to help you on your way of becoming a great memory athlete. But what Anthony is going to give you is not just a method, but also a great amount of feedback, very precise, tailored to your needs and your questions, and he's going to interact with you and follow you step by step until you reach your goal. This is very important because nobody out there is going to invest so much time and effort with the passion that Anthony does, and that is very important because sometimes it's just not enough to have all the tips and tricks and all the system working on. You just need someone to put it all together, and by not doing this, you just find yourself in this position of trying to learn boxing, for example, by just going into the ring in a match with, I don't know, boxing champion, let's say Mike Tyson, for example, and having the expectation to win, and not only to win, but to learn on the spot how to box. So this is not really such a great idea, because everyone intuitively knows that you just have to prepare for this, years and years of preparation, and you have a system. You need a method. You need someone to teach you. You need to train a lot just to be able to do such a thing. So with all these tips and tricks and all this great amount of information, this shattered fragments spread all over the internet that you're going to find on this particular subject, you'll see that you find yourself in this weird position of trying to learn boxing by just going straight away to a match with a boxing champion. And I don't know, I thought that everyone should choose such a path to a project that involve this kind of magnitude and high level of performance. So basically these are the three arguments and the three qualities that magnetic memory method has. First of all, it is a method. Second, it is very powerful, very efficient, very fast, and it's a method for a long-term project, memory project, if you want to put it this way. And also the tailored feedback that you're gonna get from Anthony really is gonna make the difference. So what I can say is, if you want to make a decision and you got this far, try to make a wise decision just as I made, and I wish you all good luck with your projects, and I hope that you'll be able to achieve your goals. Bye.